You heard our ring announcer for the evening, Drake Gallows. We are kicking things off here at UWO with a War Zone barbed wire rope match. I am Diamond Jim James Southern. Alongside me, the Velvet Voice, Walker Stewart. What chaos are we in store for as this contest gets underway, Walker?
Well, Mr. Southern, thank you for having me tonight on the broadcast, and I, for one, am incredibly excited at what we're going to be seeing tonight as the Wolf of War, quite the imposing figure himself, is going to be taking on a worthwhile opponent in the RDW Ironman champion, Father Padge. I can't wait for this.
And might I note, this is the Wolf of War's UWO debut, looking to make a strong showing, as you mentioned, against the RDW Ironman champion, Father Padge. Father Padge coming out alone tonight. Of course, no CM Burnham. Seemingly moving away from his father's shadow is Father Padge. But we must note Lucian Lovelace in the corner of the Wolf of War. Lucian might just come into play in this contest, in which there are no rules, no disqualifications, no count-outs. There is a rope of barbed wire, the middle rope on that far side of the ring. As you can see, the right side of your screen is wrapped in barbed wire. This is dangerous. There are weapons all around, Walker. Someone is getting hurt tonight.
And you cannot describe the brutality of this matchup more than the way that you just did. Barbed wire, I see tables in the ring, and most importantly, I see two lethal weapons on Father Padge, the left and the right fists of Father Padge. Those are going to be coming into play as well, and you have to know the Wolf of War has to be watching out for that patented black mass finishing maneuver. Father Padge has put many men away, won many a championship with that black mass. James, I got to be honest with you, I've had a couple of run-ins with Lucian Lovelace myself, and he never exactly adorned himself to me personally. However, I'm well aware Lucian Lovelace, a very intelligent individual. Lucian Lovelace is a man who is focused on driving his clientele to championship gold, but for sinister purposes, might I add. Lucian Lovelace is a different type of cat.
If you're Lucian Lovelace's client, he's got nothing but love and your best interests in mind. If you aren't, he has no use for you. This match officially underway as referee Brixton Barricade calls for the bell. The Wolf of War standing unfazed by Father Padge as they just stare each other down in the center.
These are two big men that we are looking at in the middle of this ring here, James, but they're about to come to blows very, very shortly over the RDW Ironman Championship.
You've got to be an Iron Man to hold that belt. The name says it all. You have to be willing to put your body through whatever, put your opponent through whatever, bring violence in this kind of contest and survive it and keep coming back for more. Father Padge sent off the ropes here by Wolf of War. Big clothesline over the top. Padge with a forearm, right to the back. Wolf of War. Now a clothesline in the corner and a knee, continuing to try to break down the core of this big man. Bulldog out over that kendo stick, Walker. Padge almost took flight over that thing.
Well, that is a very large man for Wolf of War to be tossing around this ringside right now. But I want to draw attention to that kendo stick that Wolf of War just utilized. And, wait a minute, is that a heart-shaped box of chocolate?
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know when you're going to get hit. And Father Padge just got hit right there by the Wolf of War, who is seemingly taken none of this punishment from Father Padge. It doesn't seem to even affect him, Walker.
Well, this is Wolf of War's playground right here, James. This is a man who is battle-tested and battle-born. The Wolf of War is in his own playhouse here.
Into the cover now, only a 2 count. On Father Padge by the Wolf of War. Brixton Barricade having to slide into position there. Wolf of War with that kendo stick you mentioned earlier back. Looked like Father Padge tried to catch it. He might have succeeded, but he still took the shot to the ribs, knocking the air out of him.
Father Padge is fairly educated on the art of kendo. One thing is for certain, Father Padge, those MMA, those kickboxing stylings, this man has all of the technical abilities here in this matchup to walk away still the RDW Ironman champion.
Father Padge, as we've mentioned before, a master of various martial arts, karate, kickboxing, kendo. I'm not sure that's a pretty standard kendo move, but Father Padge has learned how to put it to work in a pro wrestling ring, and that's what's happening tonight here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma for the RDW Ironman Championship. Father Padge and the Wolf of War in a war zone barbed wire rope match. They're getting dangerously close to that barbed wire in that corner. You see it barely hanging on there to those strands. There's not much barbed wire there, but it doesn't take much barbed wire to do a whole lot of damage to a human being.
Most definitely. Father Padge, though, he is no regular human being. He is the Dark Redeemer, James. This man has all sorts of dark forces on his side, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't believe those dark forces are anything which the Wolf of War has ever been. I mentioned this man being battle tested. I don't think he's tested his wits against dark forces ever in his life.
I don't know what kind of combat experience this Wolf of War has seen, but he is obviously quite at home when it comes to making destruction in that ring, flattening Father Padge there underneath that steel trash can.
Now, Wolf of War, you notice he's surveying the landscape here. This is his battleground. This is his arena, which he is known to have thrived in all across the state. Now bringing that thriving nature to UWO. He's turned his attention to this door here, James. It's going to get dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doors. Father Padge introduced to that door, courtesy of the Wolf of War.
This crowd, we have a blood-hungry bunch here in UWO's Oklahoma City venue. Calling for one more time here from the Wolf of War.
VFW 9265 calling for that door to be brought back into play. We encourage you to join us here at VFW 9265, but you won't be joining Father Padge. That's for sure, because I'm not sure there's anything left of that door, Walker.
It's barely hanging on for dear life here, just as Father Padge is as well. Going for the cover now.
Here he is, 1, 2. Father Padge kicking out there. You see he was almost to those ropes, but he's so disoriented he didn't realize where he was after going through that door twice. Still a 2 count.
So close, but no cigar, nevertheless.
The Wolf of War getting frustrated here. You see him almost questioning himself, Walker. What does he have to do in a contest like this to beat the Dark Redeemer, Father Padge?
Well, that's a fantastic question. I've never been one to deal with the dark arts myself, but one thing's for certain, the Wolf of War has something that is supernatural in his strength.
And he's gonna need it to kick out of a big spine buster like that, or perhaps it comes in the form of Lucian Lovelace eating a super kick from Father Padge. I'd say Lucian Lovelace is out of action for a while. Only a 2 count there. Wolf of War having a moment to recover as his manager bought him precious time in this RDW Ironman Championship match.
Well, James, one thing I want to bring up real quick, the barbed wire yet to come into play in this barbed wire ropes match, and you have to know that the Wolf of War is expecting that barbed wire to come into play very soon. Hell, maybe Father Padge is already focusing on his next game plan with it.
Got to keep it in mind, it's in the name of the match. It's going to come into play at some point. In fact, Padge is very lucky his pant leg didn't become ensnared when he delivered that kick to Lucian Lovelace earlier. That would have definitely given the Wolf of War a huge opportunity to recover.
Someone might need to go check on Lucian Lovelace on the outside. Someone might need to check on the Wolf of War in the middle of the ring. This man is inhuman.
Just delivering that cookie sheet straight into Father Padge's face was the Wolf of War, Walker. The Wolf is on the hunt. delivering a beautiful DDT there, spiking Father Padge square on his head. Is he going for the cover here? It looks like he's trying to recover and do some more damage. What does the Wolf have in mind here?
Whatever it is, it spells disaster for the Vatican City native and Father Padge.
He's got a table, Walker. The Wolf of War is introducing a table to this contest. He's already sent the Dark Redeemer, Father Padge, through a door tonight. He says we might as well add a table to the list.
That is one sturdy looking table. Look how thick the board is on that, James.
That is a solid table. It is going to take a lot of mass. Both of these competitors are true heavyweights, but it's going to take a whole lot of mass to break that table. And Father Padge tries it, and the Wolf of War is sent to the mat via the table.
Well, the Wolf of War can table that discussion. There's no way that this match isn't over.
1, 2. Somehow, the Wolf of War has found the tenacity to kick out at 2. He has been beaten with kendo sticks, with trash cans. Now he has been sent through a table, and yet still, somehow, he finds a way to kick out at 2.
That is absolutely brutal, James. Look at this. We were talking about those kicks earlier on.
There's that black mass delivered. It looks like it caught the shoulder more than the head, but the second one takes the Wolf of War down. Sometimes when you lack accuracy, you've got to double up in quantity, and that's exactly what it took to take this big... He just sat up, Walker.
This is absolutely unbelievable, James.
Like something from your worst nightmare, the Wolf of War will not stay down. No matter what Father Padge does to him, now delivering a kendo shot that's just caught and eaten like there's nothing there. A tug of war now here, excuse me, I'm shocked by what we're seeing as the Wolf of War is just raining down kendo shots on Father Padge. What does the Wolf have in mind here, Walker?
The Wolf of War, he's always 5 steps ahead, 6 steps ahead. However many steps it takes to walk away as RDW Ironman champion. I don't even know if I have the intelligence high enough to game plan the way that this man does, and that's speaking pretty highly, James. One thing's for certain, the Wolf of War is in full control right now.
You've always thought highly of yourself, but so has the Wolf of War, and that confidence has led him to a 2 count here against the RDW Ironman champion, but not that 3 count required to solidify victory.
What a way to open off UWO's 3-year anniversary. You know, we might be celebrating the 3rd year anniversary of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, but next year we're going to be celebrating the victory of the Wolf of War.
It looks like it right now with a huge clothesline there from the Wolf. 1, 2, 3. We have a new RDW Ironman champion. Brixton Barricade counts the 3 after a monstrous clothesline from the Wolf of War. Lucian Lovelace raising the hand of his client, his man, the Wolf of War. It's a dominant debut. Now we're seeing some sportsmanship out of the Wolf of War. Father Padge just snatched that title. That no longer belongs to him.
It's definitely not his championship, and he's well aware of that, James.
The ultimate showing of respect from Father Padge. These 2 went to the war zone tonight. Both men walk out changed men, but Bo Benton walks out your new Red Dirt Wrestling Iron Man champion.